Hello astrology and tarot folks, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're joining me for the first time. This video is going to be about the March full moon, which is also the eclipse in the sign of Libra, and that happens on the 25th of March 2024 at 5:53 UK time, 5:53 AM I should say. I really need to get a better video because it's weird not staring directly into the camera, but bear with me. Okay, let's get into this. I'm quite excited about this moon and this eclipse because it's in a wide conjunction with my ascendant, and I know for all of us it's going to focus around relationships, not just romantic relationships, but how we communicate in relationships and our love language and how we love. So here we go. The first thing that I'm really enjoying about this eclipse is the moon is trine Pluto in Aquarius. So we have Libra, the Libra full moon. Libra is about balance, it's about peace, it's about loving yourself and others. It doesn't have that self-centric momentum of, say, Aries, where it's I need to be first and therefore I need to push for this. Libra is really balanced. It's like, I love you, but I love me, and let's join that energy together and let's move forward with that. So it's about harmony predominantly. Excuse me if I mince my words today. Let's just bracket this section off because my cat, who has been on a sabbatical for a month, enjoying the company of one of my friends, is being a nightmare and decided to wake me up at 3:30 this morning and then periodically throughout the rest of the morning. So I'm quite tired. I digress, and we'll side that and go back to the video. Okay, so one of the things I love about Libra moons is the harmony it brings to the weather. I think this is going to bring, or at least usher in, the start of spring, particularly in the UK. It has rained non-stop for what feels like an eternity. Like, seriously, everything is damp in a way that I've never seen before. And we want that energy of balance and of harmony. So I'm excited about that. You all know I love to track the moon astrology and the weather, and that's my little side hustle that I love to do. So I'm excited about that. And the other reason I'm excited is because the moon trines Pluto. And Pluto is about releasing toxicity. It's about, it governs mushrooms, it governs mycelium. It's about growth and expansion and detoxing and eliminating karma. It's about past karma. It's about getting out that trauma. So when it's in a trine and when the energy is flowing really well, we can truly believe that that energy is allowing us to move beyond that karma, and also to create good karma, to utilize the good karma we have, to understand where we're coming from, where we've been, where our karma is at right now. And it's helping us to do that with the moon energy in a very feminine, very passive, very balanced way. This is not the kind of energy where we are going to get absolutely smashed and wasted and maybe you know, make a fool of ourselves. This is the kind of energy where we are going to be having peak experiences, but through the connections that we have with people. It's the people that are going to make this so important, this moment in the universe. You know, I was saying to my little boy the other day, I'm not sure how this feeds into this video, but I feel like it is going to. Where we are very lucky where we live, we have a lot of sky. I have a lot of windows and a lot of light, and the skyscrapes are incredible. And I said to him the other day, I said, would you like to come outside with me and watch the sun rise? You know, this morning, beautiful red, pink sky. And he was like, no, it's too cold, mummy. And I was like, okay, but you know, you will never see this sky again. This is the only sky you will ever see on this at this moment in time, on this day, and no other sunset will be the same. And that's true. No full moon is like the last full moon. No astrology from the past is like the astrology of the present. There's similarities, sure, but every day is a new day. Every day is a fresh perspective, and every day gives us a chance to see something harmonious, something unique, something beautiful, something privileged, something that we will never, ever, ever get to see again. And I think that's really special. And as human beings living in the societies that we do, we so seldom really consider how unique our position is, that we have the ability and foresight to understand the uniqueness of the present. And I think that's a wonderful thing. And I guess that feeds into the karma of this beautiful trine that we have with Pluto and the Sun. Pluto's in the sign of Aquarius. It's just entered Aquarius after being in Capricorn for what feels like an aeon, because I've got a stellium in Capricorn, and wow, yeah, I felt Pluto there with all the karma and the toxicity. Anyway, we are now in the age of Aquarius, let's say. We are in the age of advanced technology. We are in the age of finding tribes, of deconstructing systems, of being more loose about what we think we know and what we think we believe. And again, this is feeding into this eclipse, because balance and passiveness requires strength, and it requires the ability to be able to say, my identity is not fixed. I am not a fixed person. I am movable. I change every day. I change, and I love that. Now, where the difficulty is going to come in, and let me tell you, the struggle is real, is we have a square between Pluto and Mercury, which is also conjunct, well, it's in a very wide conjunction with Chiron in Aries. So we want to say our bit, and we want to say it loud and clear. That is our egos. It's not us, it's our ego. Our ego is saying, me first, me, 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 me. I don't want to deal with the toxicity. I want to escape. I want fantasy. I want to communicate my needs and my desires. And I think that what Pluto and the moon are doing is they are like the parent, and they are strengthening our and emotionally detaching us from that ego. So they're saying, look, our ego might be advancing on this self-proclaimed march of I want, I need, but here's your soul, here's your, through the moon as well, here's your emotions, and they're pretty calm. So maybe tone down the ego right now. Tone it down. Let remove that restriction to your own happiness. And we are living in a very ego-based society, as you all are probably aware. I feel that acutely, and it's time during this eclipse, during this moon, to just chill with that kind of communication. What we want to be looking to is experimental communication, a communication of body language, communication of ideas, communication with technology. This is an amazing time to like have, if you have relatives abroad, or if you don't have a strong network, or if you live alone and you are unable to be out in the world, this is a great time for communication with other people in terms of like technology. It's a great time for going to the cinema. It's a great time for going to gigs, for looking at tribes, for working out where you want to be. And I love this energy. I'm excited by this energy. Now, the other thing that has happening is we have a nice sextile between Jupiter and Saturn. I like it when these two huge planets interact with each other. Jupiter is ever expanding, and Saturn gets a bad rap because in Hellenistic astrology, it is malefic, which means it can bring or trigger challenging, difficult circumstances, particularly relating to responsibilities and time. However, it's also really structured, and Saturn rules Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn sun, and I'm really happy that I have that energy because it helps me to be disciplined about things. It helps me to be balanced about things. And also it helps me to know that there is no time limit on what we do. We just have to be in the present, and we will experience things when they are ready to come to us, or rather when we are ready to receive them. And this is what Jupiter is saying. Jupiter is conjunct Uranus, and Uranus is like, woohoo, like let's get loose, let's, you know, do lots of unexpected things. And so expect to want to spend money, expect to want to do luxurious, fun, unexpected things. However, you may want to do that with a little bit more of a structured approach. So Saturn in Pisces is like it's almost like, I feel like it's the disintegration of time. We are forgetting time in this moment. And I like that, because when you're having a really karmic experience, and one might say every day is a karmic experience, but when you're carving memories, when you're carving joy through this Pluto energy, and when you're getting to the root of things, if you think about the mycelium, when you're connecting psychically with people, when you're interacting on a deeper cosmic level, the dissolving of time is very present. Now, the other reason that this is a very interesting energy is because the sun is also sextile Pluto, which I love. Mars and Venus are they're not quite conjunct anymore, but Mars is at 1 degree of Pisces and Venus is at 16 degrees of Pisces. Saturn is sat right in the middle of them. So the communication with one-to-one personal romantic relationships, you know, whatever your preferred gender orientation of partner, that male-female energy is still being utilized here, that passive and active energy. And there is a gap in between with Saturn there saying, well, the only way that you can come together is through expanding on joy and getting loose. So, you know, if you're partnered, this is about spending some money or spending some time, cooking a luxurious dinner, going to see a gig, having comfort, even if that's at home. This is all about comfort. It's about communication, and it's about how you communicate. So you have to make it timeless. You have to make it a peak experience, because if you don't, what's going to happen with the sun in Aries and the conjunction between Chiron and the North Node, you know, it's our triggers are kind of happy to be activated. You know, I see this as, and I'm not advocating the use of drugs of any kind, but the psilocybin, kind of vibe, where it's like you're having a great time in 1 second and then the next second you're not having a great time, and you know, you're triggered but you're having a really amazing experience. And it's that thing of psychedelics where it's like things don't necessarily feel easy, but you are loving the experience as well. You are sitting in a place where you are unraveling karma, you are creating new positive karma, and it's moving us all forward. So I'm excited. One thing that I would say about this particular moment in time is all will be revealed with Pluto over this eclipse season. There is a lot of toxicity present in our world, and there always has been and there always will be, but the difference is we hear about it more, we see it more, we know it's happening, and there is going to be a shift in the general consensus of the perspective of what has been happening in the world for the better of the people. And I see that coming out strongly during this moon, and even those small ripples make a big difference. And that's another thing that we need to hold on to with this moon. Small things make a big difference, and if we can create a little bit of karma, if we can utilize the positive karma that we have, and rather than trying to reach out and grab something or hold on to something or chase something, we just sit with that energy. And when we sit with that energy, all comes to us. So I hope that has been a really useful video for you, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video, please. It really helps me. My YouTube channel's tiny. I have a much bigger audience on Instagram, and I do post these videos on both formats, so whichever one you're on, go and like the other one for me. That would be really helpful. And share with your friends, and also comment below on where Libra is in your chart, which house it's in, and if you have been feeling any sort of emotions towards partnerships or relationships of any kind leading up to this moon. Okay, well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.